Yeah. Now, automata, as I said, is a machine and it has finite states. What were the states? Those circles, all those circles were states. Okay. And you go from one state to another. And when you reach the final state, then either the word is sadhu, that is good word, or you get the morphological analysis. What is the Vishleshanam for each word? So, two prayojanas we have seen, or two applications of this finite state automata. Now, today we are going to see one more thing, which is called finite state transducer. So, let me start writing. I will share my screen first. Okay. So, finite state transducer. What earlier we saw was finite state automata. So earlier we had seen automata. This is transducer. Now, what is this transducer? We need to understand. So I will again draw that finite state machine. So this graph is online. Okay. So let me draw simple one first. So something I will draw, say node n0 and node n1. Why it's not coming? Yeah, node n0 and node n1. What is the problem? Why didn't it do? I don't understand. Node n0. Why it says there is an error? I don't understand. What is the problem? Can anybody point out? Node n0 and it says there is an error. Why? Label equal to S0. This is how we had written, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then why it is showing error? Node n0, did we say, or is it like this? Yeah, node is not there. Okay.
Oh, N0.
Okay. So suppose these are two nodes and I draw N0 goes to N1 and label equal to some A. Hmm?
Hmm.
Okay. So now this is a finite state automata.
Hmm.
Now suppose what I want to do is transliteration. That is, if I write in Hindi or
Hmm.
Devanagari, I should get in say Telugu.
Hmm.
Okay. So if I write a, so here suppose I write a. Hmm?
Hmm.
What I should get is a in Telugu.
Hmm.
Hmm? So what I write here is in this automata, I say
In
this.
Telugu.
Okay.
Hmm.
Only problem is here I can't see this.
I
Okay.
also we also can't see.
Some problem there in display. Hmm? So for a, I should get this a. Hmm?
Hmm.
So when we specify this, it becomes a transducer.
Hmm.
Okay. So what we are doing is we are in some state. Hmm?
Hmm.
And then so let us assume we are a machine. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
We are acting like a machine. So
Hmm.
we are in some state. Hmm? Now
Hmm.
we see a.
Hmm.
When we see a, we write a in Telugu
Hmm.
and we go to next position.
Hmm.
There again we come across say a.
Hmm.
Then again we transliterate it into Telugu a. Hmm?
Hmm.
So each time whatever we receive, we transfer it, we change its mode. Hmm?
Hmm.
So this is when we are doing this, it is called a transducer. It is not just machine which is just going from one state to another. It is doing some action. It is taking some action each time.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Hmm.
this action is a is transliterated to in Telugu. Hmm? Now,
Hmm.
since I cannot read this here, see there is some display problem with
Hmm.
Telugu. So I will not use Telugu. Okay, but I will use say
We can use English and
yeah,
Devanagari.
right, English and Devanagari. So I will write it this way. Okay. So when I type I should get a. Hmm?
Hmm.
So like this, now we can write complete uh, transliterating system. You can transliterate from one script to another.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
So I will show you one such uh, tool which we have developed, and how to develop this, that also I will tell you. So in tools, if you go to Lipi Parivartanika,
Hmm. Transliteration.
transliteration, hmm, here, suppose now I write in Unicode Devanagari. Hmm? I can
Hmm.
write in various notations. From and to is there. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
From to and transliterate.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now from I select Unicode Devanagari, suppose. Hmm?
Hmm.
And two is IAST. What is IAST? This is the uh, international what is it? International alphabet for Sanskrit transliteration.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, what is this international alphabet for Sanskrit transliteration? Let us see that. Okay. International alphabet of Sanskrit transliteration. Okay. Now, this one, what it does is it uses Roman, but it uses Roman in such a way that there is no ambiguity. Now, let me first explain what are the problems in using Roman. See, in Roman, we have only 26 characters, 26 letters, okay? English or Roman script. Let's call it Roman script, not English script. So, in Roman script, we have only A to Z, 26 characters. Now, suppose I want to write Rama. Then I write the name like this. So I want to write Ram. Suppose I want to write Rama. Why font size is reduced? Rama. How should I write? Again, we write like this only. Right? Do you get this point?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is Rama, we write Rama. If it is Rama, then also we write Rama.
Yes.
And
so
then,
there is ambiguity.
Yeah, then there is a problem how to read this, and this we are facing always. Okay. Whenever we write our names in English, that is in Roman. So, for example, I write Amba like this. I don't write Amba this way.
Yes.
Okay. So, should I pronounce it as Amba or Amba? Okay. This is a problem. And it is same with everybody. If we take Manikanta's name, he writes Kanta.
N is not capital.
Now, the problem is, now whether this T is ta or ta, how do you know? Whether this na is na or na, how do we know? Similarly, whether it is a or a, same is with Aruna. Okay. We don't know whether it is Aruna or Aruna. Our professor Arun Agarwal, who is PVC, he writes Aruna like this. Now, why? Because if we write A, he thinks it is Aruna. But if I want to write Bhagwan, Bhagavan.
Some write like this, some write B.
Bhagavan. That is again another thing. BH. Suppose we write Bhagavan. Now, is it Bhagavana or Bhagavan? If this is Aruna, then this will be Bhagavana. And this will be Aruna. This is Manikanta. Okay. Now, so these problems are there because we have in Sanskrit 52 letters, whereas Roman has only 26. So we try to combine these Rasva and Dirgha together, and then for Mahaprana we use H, like in Bhagavan. And we do not distinguish between Rasva Dirgha. Then there is a problem, severe problem with Tatha Dadha and Tatha Dadha. So suppose I want to write Jyoti. Then in North India, Jyoti is written like this. In South India, Jyoti is written like this.
Yes.
Okay. So the South Indians will pronounce this as Jyoti.
Hmm.
And the North Indians will pronounce this as Jyoti.
Hmm.
Okay. So these problems are there.
Hmm.
So when the Europeans wanted to write the Sanskrit in Roman script,
Hmm.
they said no, there should be some uniformity.
Hmm.
There should be one-to-one mapping.
Hmm.
So they came up with this international alphabet of Sanskrit transliteration.
Hmm.
So all the foreigners who
Hmm.
write Sanskrit in Roman,
Hmm.
they follow a certain principle.
Hmm.
So how do they write? They will write a
Hmm.
as small a or capital.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm.
If it is name, then they will start with capital letter. Hmm?
Hmm.
For a, they will write a and one bar above it. Okay,
Hmm.
do you see this bar?
Yes.
So all the dirgha swaras, there will be bar on top of it.
Hmm.
Okay, a, e,
Ooh.
u.
Ooh. Hmm.
Then similarly, re and dirgha ri. Hmm?
Hmm.
Now re is r and dot below it.
Hmm.
Hmm? And rli is l and dot below it.
Hmm.
Okay, so this way they write the swaras re and rli. I is written as capital E or small e.
Hmm.
Sorry, A. I is AI,
Hmm.
O is O, Au is AU,
Hmm.
and is M and dot below it, Anuswara,
Hmm.
and Visarga is H and dot below it. Hmm?
Okay.
And for Avagraha, apostrophe.
Hmm.
For Chandrabindu, they don't have any symbol. Hmm?
Okay.
So they may write some dot, sometimes they write, uh, I think dot above M sometimes they write. Okay. Okay. So this is for vowels. For consonants, what do they do? Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. Ka, ke. Kha is with H. Mahaprana are with H. Hmm?
Hmm.
So ka, cha, ta, ta, pa. Ka, cha is fine. For ta, they use one dot below it.
Hmm.
Hmm? For ta, they use T.
Hmm.
And pa is P. Hmm?
Hmm.
So ta, tha, da, dha, they have dot below ta, da. Hmm?
Hmm.
And here there is tatha, da, da, there is no dot. Hmm?
Hmm.
So cha, cha, ja, cha, cha, ja, jha, ta, tha, da, dha, tatha, da, dha, pa, pha, ba, bha. Ma and na are simple, but nga, nya and na, ka, kha, ga, gha, nga. So here n and dot above it, here n and some tilde sign above this one na, and na is n and dot below it.
Hmm.
Haya, yara lava is simple. Hmm?
Hmm.
Y R L and V. Sha sha sa, again sa is normal sa.
Hmm.
For sha, so all murdhanyas
Hmm.
have dot below it. Okay, ta, tha, da, tha, na and sh, all of them have dot below it. And this shakara talavya has one dash above s. Okay,
Hmm.
so this is how they are writing the Devanagari. Hmm?
Hmm.
So this ka, actually it is ka halant is k. Hmm?
Hmm.
So it's not k. K is not ka. Ka will be ka.
Hmm.
Hmm? So to write Kamala, we write Kamala.
Hmm.
So let us write some names in this. So now Rama will be R and then that, okay, sorry, I don't have the keyboard to write these letters. Okay, so I just copy paste from here for the time being. Oops. Ram. This is how they will write Ram. And Rama, they will write as Rama. Okay. Now you can distinguish between Rama and Rama. Okay. How is Manikanta written? Mani. Na,
Under.
na with dot below it.
Below it.
Yes. So this na. Mani. Again kanta, na, and now T and dot below it, T. So this T. And A. So this Manikanta will be written like this. Okay. Similarly, you can try your names.
Yes,
okay. So, so this is the transliteration scheme. It's called IIST. So now suppose I write something in Devanagari. So here I will write all the names now. In Devanagari. Ram, Rama. Let us write all our names. Sanjeeva. So this will be Jeeva. Then
Sanjeeva.
Sanjeeva. Sri Vani. Okay.
Vani, long
Dirgha. Sri Vani. Then Mani Kanta. Okay. Then
it has to be Uttuta, ma'am. It has to be Uttuta, the second tha.
Mahaprana. Okay. Manikantha. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Manikantha. Okay. Manikantha. Then
Visarga should be there.
Visarga I am not adding. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then Komali. Li Rasva or Dirgha?
Dirgha only.
Komali. Okay. And Aruna. Okay. So all names are there. Okay. So now I want to transliterate from Unicode Devanagari to Roman diacritic. I ask it to transliterate and it has done this. Okay. So machine does it automatically. How it does? Using this transducer. Okay. So it is very easy to write transducer. What we need to write is, we have to tell machine if it is yes, how to write in this IIST, how to write m and all these. Okay. So it's very easy, and once you write in Devanagari, automatically it will convert it. Or if you write in Roman diacritic, suppose on web you come across something which is written in Roman diacritic, then you can transliterate from Roman diacritic to Devanagari. And you get Devanagari. So if you find it difficult to read, you can convert it to Devanagari and read it. Okay. So this is one. And suppose you do not have Devanagari keyboard, then how to type? So there are various other
WX notation.
Other notations, right? WX and itrans, etc. So for example, let us take WX. So
this is easy, ma'am. This is easy among the others.
So suppose now so let me write all these names in WX. Okay, if I do not know how to write these in WX, what I can do is this Roman diacritic I will convert to WX. Okay. And it will translate it into WX.
Okay.
Now, suppose this WX I take and I give this as input. So now WX is my input and I transliterate it into Devanagari. So I get Devanagari. So you can go from one scheme to another. And all this is done through this finite state automata.
Finite state transducer.
Sorry, transducer, finite state transducer. So in finite state transducer, we need to give rules of such kind for all 52.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
I have one question, ma'am.
Yes.
When if we want to give the input in IAST, then how do we put these dots and lines and all that?
For that, actually there are some keyboards available. We need to install them. I do not know whether.
Yeah, I was just curious how it is done, but I don't plan on using that.
No, that it is there. I have not installed it. It is called iBus, I think. Let me just check.
But all your keyboards are installed using Unix, right, ma'am?
No, even on Windows also it is available. So iBus for IAST. Let me see if it is available. Yes, this is input method, and you can install this one.
But rather than that, I would prefer one for the Devanagari directly.
Yeah, that is best. So for Devanagari, you do not have it on your Windows?
No, ma'am. It is. It was there, but somehow it is not working. It is taking over completely for all the applications. It is going into that mode.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you need to enable or disable them.
But it is not even giving completely Devanagari. I think it is giving some transliteration for Devanagari. Using the English alphabet. So I was not very.
I think they have some language packages which we need to install along with this on Windows. So when that language package is installed, it comes. On mobiles we have already, right?
On mobile I have. I'm using Devanagari on mobile. Yeah. But here when I see you were changing somewhere right here, right? The keyboard.
Yes. I have here. I have installed all these keyboards: Hindi, French, Telugu.
So there are different tools to be installed to get it like this.
Yeah. So on Linux machine, I have this. So what I do is let me show you.
Because on Windows, I have to go back again to the settings, system settings, and change the whole thing. So I cannot switch easily between English and Devanagari.
Right. So there will be some region and languages kind of thing. So is region and language. This is there in Linux. So suppose now I want to install something new. Then I go to options. Allow different, no, not options, sorry. Here I think add plus. Okay, so I go to plus and here I get this list. So Telugu was there like this. I have several here, but no, there's other. If I go to other, I get all these. So many are there. So I have Bangla, India, various keyboards are there. Okay. Similarly for Telugu also there were various keyboards. French, German, Gujarati, Hindi. Now in Hindi you see WX is there, Kagapa phonetic, Bolnagari is there, then Inscript, iTrans, phonetic, Remington, typewriter, Vedamata, all these they have provided. So if you are familiar with Remington typewriter keyboard, you can use this. Same keyboard will be there.
Okay.
Similarly, for Telugu, they have given these here, Punjabi. For Sanskrit, again, you can see IIST keyboard is there. So I can install this IIST also. Kagapa, so I think I should install this. I was searching for that. Okay. What happened? I think machine is hanging. Are you able to listen to me? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Machine was hanging. It's not giving this. Something went wrong. Maybe here I have to type in or what? I don't know. It's not responding because I added one thing. No, so I
It
think
is taking time, maybe.
yeah. Sanskrit is added. Manage install languages, but so like this for Telugu again. I had several. Yeah, manage install languages. Let us see. Oh, I see. Okay, so this one, if I remove Telugu and now I want to add new Telugu, other keyboard, it is not responding. There is some problem. I don't know what. Because earlier I did with this and it worked. Now it is not working. Something has gone wrong. Okay, so anyway, now my Telugu is gone. I can just close this and I can see here now Sanskrit is there. Okay, Sanskrit IST. So like this on your machine, and this one I can change this.
Change the list.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think you can also use the same thing. Similar thing might be available on Windows also. Okay. So let us come back to this. So this finite state transducer, again, if machine were there, I would have asked you to write programs on machine. Maybe by next semester, if this pandemic is over and you have access to machines, then I will teach you how to write these programs. Okay. So for the time being, we just will have this. So like this, we are going to write. Now, what are other things we can do with this? See, we are doing the transliteration. Similarly, can we do translation? Do you get my point? I want to translate. Okay. So let me. So this is one application. Okay. For finite state transducer, one application is transliteration. You can transliterate from Roman to Devanagari, Devanagari to Telugu, or Telugu to Tamil, etc. Okay. So this is change of script. Okay. Now my question is, what are other usages? What can you think of other usages for this finite state transducer? So just I was thinking, can we use it for translation? This is my question. Okay. So okay. So first, let me write what all we have seen under this. We have seen IAST. Okay. And WX notation, and how to go from one to other. Devanagari, etc. And we have seen the transliteration tool on Sansadhani. Okay. Okay. So and in before that I had told you why IAST is needed for Sanskrit or for any even our languages also. Okay, even if it is for Sanskrit, we can use it for our languages. Yeah, actually, if we use this IAST for now, you might have seen many people write messages in Roman, but language is Telugu or Marathi or this.
Yes.
Right? So then they use all such transliteration things like RAM, etc. And then we need to figure out what it is. And sometimes we also make mistakes in understanding the messages,
Yes.
right? So actually, if we can use IAST, it would be great. And it should not be difficult, because if this keyboard is provided, people can start using it. It's not that difficult, but somebody has to take lead and do this. Okay, but anyway, for Sanskrit we are going to use this. Whenever we write Sanskrit in Roman, we need to use IAST as a standard. Okay. Okay, so this was one thing. So now my next question is the second application of this. Can we use finite state transducer for translation? This is the question. Okay. So what do you think?
We can use, ma'am, but it will be very Herculean task. We have to provide all the possible meanings, and we have to look at in what context that word is being used.
Yeah, right. So it is not that easy to use it for translation. Because, see, now let us take some examples. From which language to which language are we translating? Say Sanskrit to Telugu. Okay. So let us take some Sanskrit examples. Simple I will take. Ramaha vanam gacchati. Simple first. Okay. Let us try to understand what happens. Now here you will write Ramudu.
Vananiki.
Vananiki, Ataviki, Vananiki. Okay.
Vananiki velladu.
Velladu. Veltunnadu.
Veltunnadu. Gachati is present tense, so we have to say Veltunnadu.
Yeah. Now this way is actually short A. Now how to write this I do not know. Short A. For the
Short
time.
is short only, ma'am. We use short only in Veltunnadu.
Yeah, but see, in Sanskrit, this A
this is long.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I should have some way, but let us ignore that for the time being. Veltunnadu. Vellu.
We can use regular la, ma'am, because ala is not used there.
Vellutunnadu. Huh? Like this.
Veltunnadu.
ಳ is there.
Ala, yeah.
It is ಳ. Vellutunnadu. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now, so this Prathama, we have added Prathama Vibhakti. Vanam Dvitiya, we have added Dvitiya Vibhakti. Gacchati, we have written Vellutunnadu. Okay. Okay, this was simple. Now, let us write Ramena Vanam Gamyate. How will you translate
Ramudi
it?
Cheta. Ramudi Cheta.
Ramudi Cheta.
Or Ramuni Cheta. Both you can say.
Ramuni Cheta.
Vanam Vellabadindi. Meaning is absurd.
Okay.
Vellabadindi.
Vellabadindi. Now you see.
Only for the gam dhatu, it will sound absurd, ma'am. But for all the other dhatus, it doesn't sound as
okay. Yeah, fine. Now you see, here Vanam is there, here also Vanam is there. Now machine should know that this Vanam is in Dvitiya and this is
Dvitiya
in
and
Prathama.
Prathama, yes.
Okay, and then here Vanamu will be there. Vanamu. So and then it will translate it accordingly.
So we have to look at the
problem,
whole sentence
yes,
construction. It is in
right,
passive, so Vanam has to be in Prathama. All of
right,
this have to be.
right. So we cannot use this for translation. Okay, but if we have languages like Hindi and Urdu, Hindi is written in Devanagari script, Urdu is written in Urdu script, okay, the Persian script, okay, and most of the words are same. Uh, so and there is one-to-one correspondence also. If there are other words, so instead of maybe pyar, they will say ishq. Okay, so such differences are there. Okay, or they will use mohabbat. So they have certain set of words which they use uh, in uh, in place of our Sanskritized words. Otherwise, Hindi verbs are same as Urdu verbs. So there, I think it is very easy to do the transliteration using finite state transducer, because it's most of the time it is only script change. Okay, so there we can use it, and even in Hindi also they will use the words ishq and mohabbat instead of pyar.
Yes.
So if it is Sanskritized Hindi, they will use pyar or prem, and in the
Regular
Persian
local
Hindi or the Hindustani, they will use the words which are from Urdu Persian origin. So there it is possible to do the translation. Or if we take the Andhra Telugu and Telangana Telugu, then it should be possible to do the translation using finite state transducer. Do you get this point? Because the constructions are same, only words are changed a bit.
Okay.
Right? So, for example, or even we can take the this one, Rayalaseema Telugu. In Rayalaseema Telugu, they will use word po more, and in Andhra Telugu, you will use go. Okay, వెళ్ళు. So now నేను పోతాను, they will say నేను పోతున్నాను, and the Andhra will say నేను వెళ్తున్నాను. Okay, so here it is possible to replace these things. The small difference is there in the word formation. Most of the time it is word formation only. Words are different, but all the constructions are same. The word order is same. In the same word order, only instead of po, vellu is used, or the suffix will be a bit different.
Okay.
So in such cases, you can use the FST, finite state transducer. Okay. So this finite state transducer can be used for translation if the languages are very close, such as dialects. Okay.
Where the
So
sentence
if they are just dialects, dialectal difference is there, then we can use it. So Andhra Telugu and Telangana Telugu and Rayalaseema Telugu, we can do these things. And then, so suppose you have a newspaper which publishes following this Andhra Telugu, and Rayalaseema people say no, we want it in our language. So same paper, we can write a program which will convert the sentences into Rayalaseema Telugu. They will find it natural for them. So such translation systems can be built very easily using this finite state transducer technology. Okay. So this was one thing which I wanted to tell you about the finite state transducer. Now tomorrow I will tell you the complexity that is involved in word formation in Sanskrit. We have seen morphological analyzer, we have seen morphological generator, and we have seen use of finite state automata for morphology generation as well as analysis. So tomorrow I will first repeat all these things, whatever we have done, I will revise once, okay?
Okay.
All the concepts. And then I will tell you about how complex is Sanskrit morphology. We have seen how many words we can form, right?
Yes.
Some crores, no, not crores.
Yes.
Hundreds of crores words we could form, but
Yes.
that was only Krudantas and Tadditas we have not seen. And there are many more. So tomorrow I will tell you how complex it is and how many words we can form. Okay.
Okay.
And then I will show you a few other things also related to these verbs. And then after this, from next week onwards, Sanjeevji will be taking next classes. Of course, I will be attending the classes, but he will be taking the classes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not going to give any exercise now, but tomorrow I will give you some exercise after we complete the other things. Okay.
Okay.
So have all of you followed this?
Yes, ma'am.
మేడం
Aruna? Sorry, Komali?
అర్థమైంది మేడం.
Okay. Okay then.
Okay.
మేడం
Okay, so
అది
we-
ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ గురించి అడుగుతున్నారు శివాని.
Ma'am, so one question that Komali has is, so I told them to put it in the Excel sheet like how you suggested. So Komali started doing that, and what she's saying is she doesn't have many dhatus that fall under the same pattern. So she ran out of the Excel sheet like from A to Z.
I see.
So she's asking, should I make another row below, or should I use a different Excel
No,
sheet?
see, after 20, she can leave some 20-25 columns and then go down. Yeah, she can do that.
Rows, you mean rows?
Yeah, rows. Yeah, rows. Yeah, and then she can do that. No problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So కొన్ని రోజు వదిలేసి చేయమంటున్నారు.
అర్థమైంది మేడం.
Okay, ma'am. And I will send a few samples just for my confirmation that I'm not misleading them.
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. I will stop the meeting now. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.